I just got a question for y'all pastors out there. Like, what are y'all doing? I really want to know, what are y'all doing? Because it's 2019 and y'all out here teaching the same nonsense that they taught to the slaves. The same shit that got us enslaved in the first fucking place. Y'all out here teaching the people. And I just want to know why. Why aren't y'all using the tools that we have today, such as the internet and all these libraries? See, I can understand back in the day, people believing the stuff that they have been taught because we didn't have access to anything. We didn't have access to books. We didn't have anything called like the internet and anything to gain information from. So we had to understand what we were taught. But that's not the same today. And y'all have no excuse to be still sitting here teaching the nonsense that y'all out here teaching the people. And I'm just keep it straight up with y'all. Because a large portion of what y'all think is true to be the Bible is not. And I'm going to take this one for instance. Let's talk about hell. Y'all sitting here teaching people that if they sin, they're going to die and go to a place that's going to burn them up, and they're going to be burnt up in a lake of fire and all this extra craziness. That's not in the Bible. That's not what hell is. Hell doesn't even exist. Hell is not even a place. Okay? Hell is a creation of the Roman mind. Okay? And I want you to understand, I'm going to prove that to you though. I'm not just going to say it, I'm going to prove it to you. All right? First off, they got us lost in translation. Okay? And let me just break this down. I'm going to just use, it's 4 different words that they use to refer to hell, but I'm going to break down one of these words for you. Even though they mistranslated each one of those 4 words. Okay? That's why in the modern Bibles, if you look at any modern Bible, any modern Christian Bible, you will find that hell isn't even in the Bible. You will not find the word hell in the Bible. Okay? It's because hell doesn't exist. Well, now let's get back to this. So, the word, let me read this passage to you, matter of fact. Turn to Matthew, I think it's chapter 18, if am I correct? Matthew chapter 18, verse 9. It says, "And if your eye causes you to sin, pluck it out and cast it from you. It is better for you to enter into life with one eye rather than having 2 eyes and be cast into hell." Okay. But right here, where it says hell at, in the original Hebrew text, that word is not hell. That word is Gehenna. Okay? Gehenna. Gehenna. Now, what does Gehenna mean? You have to understand what this means. Gehenna was a place in Jerusalem, right? It's a valley, a big valley that they used to take all their trash, all their debris, dead bodies, anything that they didn't want, just like a trash dump. Just like you send your stuff to a trash dump, it was the same exact thing. And they used to keep a fire burning there. You see what I'm saying? 24/7, they would keep a fire burning to get rid of the trash that they would bring there. That is what Gehenna is. So when Christ says it is better to have one eye and then to have 2 and be cast into Gehenna, he's not saying you're going to be cast into hell. He's telling you you're going to be cast into that trash dump. It's better to have one eye than be cast into the trash dump. This is what Christ is telling you. But let a pastor tell you, they're going to tell you that he's talking about you're going to go burn in hell with a devil and demons and all this other crazy shit that never existed. All right? That's just one way, but I'm going to just go to the ultimate nail in the coffin on hell. We just going to put the nail in the coffin on hell, all right? On July 28th, 1999, Pope John Paul II made this statement: "Hell is not a place of fire and eternal suffering." He describes it as a separation from God's chosen people using their own free will. Oh, let me read that again. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. He describes it as a separation from God, chosen by people using their own free will, and only symbolically described as a fiery place of torment, as a strongly portrayed reminder of the freedom from death believers have. He refers to the descriptions of torment as improper use of biblical images. Okay, this is the Pope telling you that our Modern understanding of hell is improper use of biblical images. Okay? Meaning, it ain't no hell. It was never a hell. We have interpreted it wrong. He goes on to say this. The images of hell that sacred scriptures present to us must be correctly interpreted. They show the complete frustration and emptiness of life without God, rather than a place. Listen to what he just told you. What hell is a complete separation and frustration and emptiness of a life without God. Okay? This is when you are spiritually dead. You are in hell when you do not have God in your life, when you are not living a spiritual life. Okay? You are in hell. You are said to be in hell because you don't have any goodness in you. You have all darkness and no light. That's what it's telling you. That's what hell is. It's a state of mind. Okay? It's a state of mind. And you can raise yourself out of hell into the heavens, which is the higher mind or the higher self, very easily. I teach this stuff all the time. But what you pastors do is y'all go off of what y'all have been told. And y'all have all this information that y'all have on Christianity has come from Rome. Rome has been the enemy from the beginning. They have been out here trying to manipulate you and have been manipulating you. And y'all out here teaching the people, and y'all too ignorant to pick up a goddamn book and read this shit for y'all fucking selves. And that's the ignorance. That's ignorance at this point in time. It is 2019. Okay? 2019. The Pope said this in 1999. What's that, 20 years ago? What, 10 years ago? I don't know. Something like that. 20 years ago. Yeah, that was right. And y'all still out here teaching hell for the last 20 years when the Pope, the motherfuckers that created this bullshit in the first place, is telling you ain't no hell? Y'all don't make no sense. You see what I'm saying? That's what frustrates me with y'all. Y'all don't make no sense. Y'all out here teaching falsehoods to our people that are already struggling, that are already in a place of ignorance. Y'all just keeping them farther ignorant. And it's not all y'all fault, it's their fault too, because just like y'all can research this shit, they can research this shit too. Nobody has an excuse to be ignorant this day and age. But what I'm going to tell y'all is, if y'all going to be pastors, teach the people the truth. Learn the truth for yourself so you can be able to teach it to the people correctly. Because I'm telling you now, it's people out here that are out here studying every day. They out here learning the knowledge. They out here practicing the knowledge. They out here living the knowledge. And you're going to be able to see these people by the way their lives is, the way their lives change, the way they act, and the way they move in society. You're going to know these people by how they act. And you're going to know these people by their fruit. By the people that are around them that have evolved and have become a better people just because people have been around them. But what are y'all doing? Y'all out here keeping us oppressed, keeping us mentally in bondage. That's what y'all doing. And it's time to stop. It's 2019. Start studying. Y'all need to study. And I challenge any of you pastors on anything that I said. Any of y'all want to get up here and talk about this, have a debate, whatever. I'm down for it whenever y'all want to. I don't run. Y'all run from me. I don't run. But I just know it's time to put an end to this shit. Y'all got to stop teaching the people this bullshit so they can actually grow in their spiritual consciousness and their spiritual development so they can grow and become better people. How can they become better people if you telling them that motherfucker, oh, the devil made you do it? Ain't no fucking devil. That's a motherfucking figment of your fucking imagination. You did that shit because you did that shit. Stop blaming some imaginary cartoon character. It's time to wake the fuck up. And that's all I got to say to y'all today. I hope y'all got my message. Hope it resonates with whoever it needs to resonate with. I hope y'all share it and get the message out there because it's time to put an end to this bullshit, man. How many of y'all didn't even know that it wasn't a hell? How many of y'all still thought it was a hell till I just told y'all it wasn't? Research it. All y'all got to do is look it up. All you got to do is look it up. And it'll tell you that hell ain't even in the modern Bibles. That's in all the old translation. Any new translation that is coming out does not have hell in the Bible because hell never exists. Hell was a creation of the Roman mind. And we're going to leave it with that. Peace and blessings. See y'all next time.